Well, speaking of Shasta Lake, normally you could see in the distance here. This is a time lapse from earlier today through the Sugarloaf Shasta Alert California camera. Lots of rain today. Whiskeytown and Lakehead both actually saw thunderstorms earlier with scattered showers elsewhere, but some seriously strong winds were present as well throughout the region. North State Meteorologist Brian Schofield has more on just how windy it got.
Exactly right, especially near Shasta Lake. Practically on the lake, a PG&E gauge registered a 67-mile-per-hour gust. Just blow me away to see that one. Almost 50-mile-an-hour winds in Red Bluff, no surprise there. And checking in now, Millville at 45-mile-per-hour gusts there from earlier today, and Corning as well, along with Oroville and Chico, almost to 40 miles an hour in a few locations. Added in Rio Dell and Junction City, checking in with 35 to 40, almost 40-mile-an-hour winds, just to round it up a little bit. But Crescent City, 55-mile-per-hour gusts. Unbelievable stuff there. But believe it, Alturas, Weed, I mean, there were some big winds there. And Redding checking in with a 47-mile-per-hour gust, Lake Justina, Shingletown checking in along with Magalia with some 30-plus mile-per-hour winds. So those gusts were not sustained winds. There's a difference, but those were gusts, and peak gusts are long gone. What will be sustained, you're going to feel overnight. And then, of course, the gusts are going to die off pretty well through tomorrow. They won't even be a fact. You can see over my shoulder time frame. Late morning, early afternoon, those are long gone. So maybe just a breeze. But also, I want to mention all the shadows of that we're going to be in. You might just miss a lot of those showers. So it's going to be very widely scattered even through tomorrow. And you can see that in this next frame right there. See how widely scattered that looks? So there are chances that you might not see much in the way of rain tomorrow. Just see the clouds floating by. You'll see some dark clouds here and there, and you might get a few showers out of the deal. But it's not a big rain day as much as today should have been, but it was still pretty widely scattered. But if you were under one of those thunderstorms today, oh boy. But the northern mountains and certainly to our east and west, we see some more snowfall. We're not done with that yet. But Saturday morning, it starts to really move out as that low pulls out to the north, and then look what happens. What's left behind is partly cloudy skies, maybe mostly sunny in a few areas for a spell, and then low pressure checks in again. That's for Sunday morning. So you have almost all of Saturday relatively rain-free there, but not so much Sunday into Monday. That's when it all changes. I love showing this because it shows high pressure trying to bust in, and it does for Saturday, so you clear things up, but then low pressure just wins out. It opens up the floodgates, if you will, and watch that big sink right there, that trough. That's what we're talking about, carving out an elongated area of low pressure there, and that will allow more systems to come through, so it makes next week a very busy week weather-wise. So it wins out in the end. 52 Trinity Center, 53 Hayfork. Seeing snow 35, 4,000 foot levels, so not bad, but above 5,500 feet, still some advisories there. And then down the valley, those 80s long gone. I'm going to say that every day. I'll say it for 2 weeks. The 80s are long gone. It was so nice for a while, but nevertheless, we got 60s tomorrow, and we're going to keep the cooler temperature pattern in for a little while longer. Consider that. So definitely seeing temperatures stay in the 50s for the coast, and really closer to home. And I'm going to show you that Chico forecast toward the end, because I want you to focus on some of this. We do have really a very busy pattern. Another system and yet another one. A couple more for next week. And afternoon highs, they just do not recover very much, staying in the 50s. Back to you.
Thanks, Brian. And if you're looking for more detailed hyper-local weather information, download the KRCR weather app from your phone's app store. You'll get instant weather alerts and advisories and access to up-to-the-minute radar so you can track conditions in your neighborhood.